ago. He mentioned to me while things have remained peaceful here today, he's heard some pretty disturbing messages in the crowd today. So he came up and wanted to share what he's heard with me. Take a listen.
Well, if you saw what went on at our nation's capital, we had to come down and try to support them. And we have a peaceful protest, and what went on for 6 months of burning our nation and terrorizing the citizens. But when your elections no longer work, what's left? That's what's told to me as I was walking around because of my sign.
And again, this protester, his message to many of those who had those rumbles in the crowd today, his message is to remain peaceful here, which of course, again, we have seen here in Arizona throughout the day. This group is planning to be here until at least 7 o'clock. Lots of speakers still lined up along the stage, ready to get on stage there. So we'll have another update for you coming up tonight at 6. For now, we're live at the Capitol. Bianca Bono, 12 News.
All right, Bianca, thank you for that. Our team coverage continues with Team 12 political insider Bram Resnick joining us now with the reactions that we're getting from Arizona lawmakers.
All Arizona members of the House and Senate report they are safe. The chaos started as Congress was hearing the objections to Arizona's vote for Joe Biden.
I rise up for myself and 60 of my colleagues to object to the counting of the electoral ballots from Arizona.
But Congress never got around to voting on Flagstaff Congressman Paul Gosar's objection to Arizona's electoral votes. This was the scene in the House of Representatives just 2 hours later. Arizona Congressman Greg Stanton of Phoenix and Raul Grijalva of Tucson, among many members, grabbing gas masks and evacuating the House, with rioters near their front door. Stanton tweeting afterward, "No matter how many terrorists break into the Capitol, the president's conspiracy to stop a transition of power, aided by members of the House, will not succeed. We must return to session and vote down this attempted coup d'etat." This tweet praising Congressman and Marine veteran Ruben Gallego of Phoenix for helping fellow members with their gas masks. Gallego tweeting, "I am safe. Democracy is not. We need National Guard to clear the Capitol so we can continue with our jobs." Governor Doug Ducey was a rare Republican voice condemning the mob. The scene at the United States Capitol right now is wrong and has no place in our form of government. All should denounce, and it should end now. In Phoenix, Bram Resnick, 12 News.
All right, Bram, thanks. New at 5, a Phoenix police officer is recovering tonight after surviving a head-on crash with a suspected drunk driver. That suspect was driving the wrong way.
Team 12's Michael Doudna is here now with how the community is rallying around the officer.
Thankfully, Officer Chase McCants is expected to survive, but faces a long road to recovery after a New Year's Day shift gone wrong.
Involving a PD vehicle.
Just before 6 a.m. New Year's Day, police say Dylan Ray Johnson's white pickup truck was heading the wrong way when it slammed into Officer Chase McCants' police vehicle.
Looks like a wrong-way vehicle hit a PD vehicle.
Officer McCants would be rushed to the hospital with injuries to his hip, shoulder, ribs, jaw, and more. While Johnson, who police say admitted to drinking and smoking weed before the crash, walked away without any serious injuries.
My heart just dropped.
Sergeant Tufan remembers getting the call that one of his officers was involved in a devastating crash. He says since Officer McCants joined the force about a year ago, he's been quiet, always working.
Very humble officer, down to earth, shows up to work.
Now the officer is on his road to recovery as he and his wife have a son and are expecting their newest child.
They're doing the best that they can. His wife Haley is a rock, and I've let her know this. She's been there for him.
As we said earlier, Officer McCants is expected to recover, but will need some time and help. And if you would like to help out, well, we have a link to do so on 12news.com. We're in Phoenix. Michael Doudna, 12 News.
All right, Michael, thank you. The Department of Health says that Arizona has recorded nearly 575,000 cases of the virus, and more than 9,400 Arizonans have lost their lives since the start of 2020. Hospitals are also being pushed to the brink, with less than 7% of hospital beds available statewide. 58% of those beds are COVID patients.
And those dire numbers come on the same day that the Department of Health Services held an event for frontline healthcare workers, including Dr. Kara Christ receiving their second doses of the vaccine.
Team 12's Josh Sanders was there, and Josh, Dr. Christ took no questions.
Dr. Kara Christ took no questions when there are many as the state has struggled with its vaccine rollout in counties like Maricopa County, and hospitals continue to be overwhelmed with new cases.
It just needs to end. We're tired.
Arizona healthcare workers are exhausted. Hospitals struggling to keep up as new cases rage across the state. Wednesday, Dr. Kara Christ and 9 other frontline healthcare workers receiving their second dose of the Pfizer vaccine.
I believe that this is how we return to normal, and I don't need to continue wearing masks around my own family.
Receiving this vaccination will help ensure that I can be by my wife's side when my son is born in March.
I'm just doing my part to stop the spread of COVID.
But the virus is spreading. So far, the new year bringing 54,000 additional cases and 580 reported deaths. Only 7% of ICU beds open statewide.
Arizona is on its way to getting vaccine into enough arms that we can bring back normalcy missing from our lives for these many months.
119,000 people in Arizona have received the first dose of the vaccine, but fewer than 1/3 of the state's vaccines have been administered as new cases spread and hospitals struggle.
A couple questions.
I do have to run.
Dr. Christ exiting without taking any questions from reporters. Dr. Edmund Baker, Medical Director for Equality Health, says communities need answers.
I believe that we go to the community the organizations, go to the churches, and have town halls. Answer the questions. People have tons of questions and nowhere to get the answers other than Facebook, and we all know that's the worst place to get information.
And as of now, Arizona is expected to receive 140,000 doses of the vaccine next week. Maricopa County expected to join Gila and Pinal in 1B vaccinations. We're in downtown Phoenix. Josh Sanders, 12 News.
All right, Josh, thanks. Now to the part of the show where we ask you to engage with us. We're asking today, with all of these sharply rising numbers continuing here in Arizona, are you going to change your behavior?
Okay, and 92% say yes, you are concerned. So an overwhelming majority of you voting right now, with only 8% of you who have voted saying no, business as usual. So let us know how you feel about this question by going to 12news.com/bullhorn, or you can vote in our free 12 News app.
The stimulus check rollout didn't go as smoothly as many of us would have hoped. This second round of checks left many, many Americans with a lot of questions. Most of those questions focus on when the checks will arrive, and for those who already got theirs, why is it short? Right now, you can track the status of your payment on the IRS website, but be patient. Due to overwhelming demand, the website is slow.
And if you're eligible for unemployment benefits, you can expect to see some extra cash in your bank account soon. Governor Ducey and the Department of Economic Services announced Arizona will be one of the first states to distribute the newly approved unemployment benefits. That means that anyone who is eligible will receive an extra $300 a week. DES says that it will begin issuing payments as early as this week.
I'll be honest with you, Lindsay, about the only thing making us smile these days is the weather.
I know. We've had a beautiful week of weather, officially topping out at 70 degrees today. We'll have several more 70-degree readings ahead of us into the upcoming weekend. Here's a look at our current temps. As of 5 o'clock, just updated, 57 in Sedona and Payson right now. We're at 69, 1 degree off of our high. In Phoenix, we did have a few fair weather clouds move in, and we're going to continue to see some of those clouds even as we head into this evening. The moisture, though, up in the Pacific Northwest, but some of the cloud cover from that system spreading down into Arizona as we speak, and we'll have partly cloudy skies for the next couple of hours, and then after midnight tonight, skies will begin to clear. But another cold night in the forecast, 36 by 7 a.m. tomorrow in Payson, below freezing tonight in Kingman, 25 for the low in Page, and tomorrow's going to be a beautiful sunny day, more above average temps. So we're going to be seeing a large swing from our morning low to our daytime high, and we'll see those temperatures jump during the mid-morning hours, especially 54 tomorrow in Show Low, low 50s in Flag, and we're looking at 68 out toward Quartzsite. Notice the few clouds moving over Arizona as we go through the next couple of hours, then skies will clear. So by about 7, 8 a.m. tomorrow, we're looking at a perfectly sunny day Here's a look at 11:30. Plenty of sunshine, and we'll have another wave of clouds move in tomorrow night. But overall, it's going to be a dry week of weather with above average temps. Here's a look at our Flagstaff 7-day forecast, turning breezier and cooler by the weekend. High temps in the low 40s Saturday and Sunday with 20 to 30 mile-per-hour wind gusts. But it is a dry week ahead. Likewise, we're looking at dry weather in Phoenix, 70s persisting through Saturday, upper 60s by Sunday, and we too will be seeing breezy conditions in the lower deserts for the upcoming weekend. But we do see a comeback of those 70s by the middle of next week.
All right, looks good. Thank you so much, Lindsay. We want to get you back to the big breaking news involving a group of pro-Trump rioters taking over the Capitol in Washington, D.C. And all of this happening while lawmakers voting on certifying the election results. Right now, there is a huge police presence there. They've cleared the rioters, and a curfew is now in effect.
Lawmakers, we're understanding, are expected to reconvene tonight at the Capitol to certify the election results. Be sure and stay with 12 News on TV and online on 12news.com and the 12 News app throughout the evening for complete coverage. Thanks for putting your trust in us, everyone. We hope to see you again real soon.